then 1996 rolls around, and Tupac gets killed in Las Vegas. And I've probably done more interviews around this than anybody on Earth.
Wow.
I've interviewed from, Edie Amin, who was in the car right behind Tupac,
Wow.
to Mob James, who was doing security at Club 662, to Chris Carroll, who was the first responder, all the way down to Keefe D, who was actually Orlando Anderson's uncle, who was in the car that shot up Tupac's BMW. And just a very tragic story. When you first heard the news about Tupac getting shot initially, because it took him, I think, a few days until he died. When you first heard that story, how did you feel?
Man, I felt hurt, man. I felt like something had happened to me. You know what I'm saying? It's just almost as if a relative had got hurt or something like that. That's how it kind of felt to me, man. Like a real sick feeling, man. I'm like, damn, man, this shit is just rap. I mean, what the hell is going on, man? I mean, why? You know what I mean? All we trying to do is, feed our family and still try to educate people at the same time and kind of have some fun to, you know what I'm saying, to kind of, mess with the normality or whatever, man. But it's like, not to where you got to kill some damn body, man. It's almost like that was kind of like the first time that I heard of somebody really getting murdered like that in the hip hop culture to that effect. I mean, I know it's been some of our peers that, you know what I'm saying, that probably, died or got shot like that, but with that, man, and then the shit that happened after that, you know what I'm saying? And all of a sudden it just stopped for a minute. You know what I mean? So, man, I was hurt, man. That shit really hurt me, man. So it brought tears, man, to my eyes. It brought tears, man.
Right, because then a few days later he passed away.
Right, yep.
In the hospital.
Yep.
And then a year later, something similar happened to Biggie. And you guys were actually with Biggie right before it happened.
Yes, man, yes.
Or you were in the same party, I guess.
We was in the same party. We was actually trying to make our way to Biggie and Puffy because they were surrounded by a whole bunch of people sitting at a table. And we just wanted to get in and just congratulate them. And it was just so much pandemonium. He was like, fuck it, we out here. I mean, that's how Atlanta people are. Fuck it, we good. So later on that night, man, we were kicking it with some people, man, and I just hear a girl on the phone. She just started screaming all over. So I'm like, damn, what's wrong with you? She's like, man, they killed him. They killed him. I was like, kill who? It's like, they killed Biggie. I was like, what? And I was like, oh, man, come on, man. I mean, nobody deserves that, bro. Come on, man. I mean, we just rapping, right? I mean, at the end of the day, nobody deserves that, man. To be killed because of something somebody said in a rap. You know what I mean? I mean, come on, man. I mean, over a diss, but I think it was something way deeper. It had to be something way deeper with that because it just only happened to those two. You feel what I'm saying? I mean, pillars in hip hop right now. I mean, then of course we got Nipsey, but those two guys right there at that time, it was something that the hip hop culture needed to know and needed to see at the moment for some reason.
Well, Death Row just had a lot of death around that label. There were literally like a dozen people who died. I mean, we all know about Tupac, but
right.
Then there's Buntry.
Right.
There's a whole bunch of people that were part of Death Row. All the Bloods and everything else like that were just getting killed.
I thought that shit was just hard to hear. You call your record label Death Row, like, god damn, I'm scared of y'all motherfuckers. Shit, I don't want to go to goddamn Death Row. I want to go over here, goddamn, where they eat some soul food or goddamn something. Man, we eating and having a good time. No, but like I said, that's probably what the atmosphere was out there in California at that time. You know what I mean? So, I mean, you want to know what the hell going on with a city or a state that you in? Pop in the music. Listen to what the natives are talking about. you'll definitely get a lead on what the hell going on in that city.
Well, then in 1998, you guys dropped your second album, Still Standing. And this album was produced by Organized Noise as well.
True that.
The first album goes gold. This album debuted at number 6 on the Billboard 200. And Black Ice, Sky High with Outkast, that was the single off that. How did you think this album was compared to the first one?
Still Standing compared to Soul Food is almost like a little bitty boy and a 20-year-old. Soul Food was an innocent record, like, oh, okay, here we are here. Yeah, this is us. Yeah. Still Standing was like, okay, no more Mr. Nice Guy. Shit. We finna really let y'all motherfuckers know what's really going on with some boys from Atlanta, Georgia. Cause by that time, we done been on the road now with Soul Food. Everybody's getting acquainted with us. So those are some nice guys. They some real cool guys. But you know how people take your kindness for weakness. You know what I mean? I think that they, not our fans, but I think the industry-wise kind of took the kindness for weakness, and we came back with the Still Standing album. And that was, as you can see, straight black and white. The cover was drawn in black and silver. You know what I'm saying? No color. This is just straight raw right now. And that album right there, man, that's a great follow-up album of Soul Food, because we couldn't do Soul Food twice. We couldn't be innocent again for the first time. We can't pretend like we don't know what's going on. So that's why I think Still Standing is right there with his chest out, man, with the big S on it.
Yeah, and They Don't Dance No More. That was on that album as well. I think a lot of people consider that the classic song off that album.
They Don't Dance No More. Well, they banned Tatter Club Up and They Don't Dance No More damn near at the same time. Because going through the Southeast with them two songs bumping in the club, whew, I'm talking about wow. Now, we was used to seeing white folk in mosh pits doing their thing. But once that music came on, They Don't Dance No More, or Tatter Club Up, just like the song say, Tatter Club Up. So what the hell you gonna do? You gonna not Tatter Club Up? They Don't Dance No More. All they do is this. I mean, what are they doing? They throwing bowls. They doing this. They doing that. So I can remember, man, in the dungeon with Rico Wade, we looking at TV, and I seen Puffy and I seen Mace coming on. You know, they had the real sparkly stuff on. And I was just looking at Reek. He was looking at me. I was like, man, Reek, nigga don't dance no more. He like, yeah. I said, man, all we do is this, man. This is all we do. So whether it's sneak dissing you on some real type shit, or it's just really being belligerent in the rhymes, that's where we were from. So immediately after we said that to each other, we went straight into the studio and put the hook down. You just don't dance no more. All they do is this. And that's how that came about, man.
Dope. Well,
but no shade against Mace or Puffy, but it was a competition back then. It was still a competition. Rap is still a competition at the end of the day, because you got this one guy saying he's the best, you got another guy saying he's the best. So at the end of the day, it was a competition, and just seeing that helped me vibe on like, man, nah, niggas don't dance no more. This is all we do.